getting here and getting ready to prepare for the first game. And yeah, it's really cool and an honor.
Can you walk me through how you got the call, how you found out that you made the team?
Yeah, so Marco texted me, give me a call after training, and sometimes that's a scary message, obviously because I knew the roster was coming out. But so I called him and he didn't answer, and then he FaceTimed me, and I've seen before like FaceTime roster reveal videos, so I was like, oh, this should be a good call. And yeah, no, he got on the phone, and was like, I have some good news, and yeah, it was super exciting to hear what he had to say, and obviously it was you made the squad, and here we are now.
When did you arrive in Paris?
We're in Bordeaux right now, so we have a
Okay.
2 week training camp. When did we get here?
Got your first day training on the 10th?
10th, yeah. So we got here the 10th. Yeah, the first day was kind of light, but now we're full swing.
What's the training like compared to MLS or, other teams you've played on?
Yeah, I think it's more I mean it's kind of similar. Obviously it's a different style of play here compared to Red Bull. We have our different ideas, but it's more just preparation towards the tournament and kind of what we're gonna see against France in the first game. And yeah, just trying a bunch of new things. And I think the biggest thing is just kind of getting in that mindset of, every game is a must win for us.
How would you say that you have developed as a player in your time with the Red Bulls?
Yeah, I think at first, obviously, as a young guy, you kind of try and take in all the information you can, and maybe it's more self-performance related and just kind of making a name for yourself and establishing, that starting role in your team. And as I've gone on through the years, I think it kind of went from myself and my performances to trying to help my teammates out as well, and then being more of a vocal leader. I think last year especially, I tried to grow in that area. And yeah, this year I'm trying to tie it all together with performance and leadership.
I'm going to go ahead and take it back even further. How did your time with Ironbound and the various clubs that you played in when you were younger kind of help get you to this point?
Yeah, it was amazing. Obviously, it started where I grew up in Chatham, and I feel like that was more just playing for fun with my friends. Everybody I played with was in my neighborhood. So obviously we already had a great connection, and that was just, yeah, a fun town team where you play other towns. And then, yeah, initially I said no to Ironbound because I didn't want to leave my comfort zone and my friends. And my dad was like, yeah, you have to go for your career, and it's just the next step. And once I got there, I was playing with guys from all over the state, and where we were in Ironbound, there was a really strong soccer culture, a lot of South American influence, and I think it was a different playing style and just, way more intense from Chatham. And, as you grow up, you start to realize that those experiences really helped you out. And yeah, it forced me out of my comfort zone and, learn new cultures and meet different people and play with different players who had different ideas. And I think that all helps at the end of the day.
Do you remember how old you were or what level you were at when you and people around you kind of started to realize, oh, I could do this beyond Chatham. Like I have what it takes to maybe do this at another level.
Yeah, how old was I? I must have been like 9 or 10. And I was still playing other sports at the time too, so I had to cut those off, which was tough. I remember we had like a backyard basketball tournament league in my town, and one day my dad was like, "We have to leave for training." I was like, "No, I have to finish this basketball game here." And so yeah, eventually I just had to get rid of all that stuff, and I think that's when I started was like, all right, it's getting more serious. Now maybe there's possibilities past just this town team.
Are you ever able, I mean, all the work you've put in over the years, I imagine sometimes it's like kind of clinical, it's your job, wake up, rinse, repeat. Are you ever able now to kind of think about the journey, step back and just think how far you've come and how meaningful that is to you?
Yeah, for sure. And I think it hits my parents more than me, really, because I'm living through it every day. Obviously, everything comes to you so fast and it's hard to slow down. But after I got off the phone with Marco, I called my mom that I made the team, and she just started crying because, all the hard work that she's put in, and, where we started to where we are now. And I think then I kind of realized, how deep it really goes. And it was just a humbling moment, to be honest.
Do you still get nerves or butterflies or anything before important matches?
Yeah, I always say, if I'm not nervous, then I don't really care enough. So when the nerves are there, that's good, and usually they're always there. And I think everybody will be feeling the nerves for these games coming up.
you imagined or allowed yourself to kind of fantasize about what it'll be like to step on that Olympic pitch for the first time?
Yeah, once we realized it would be France in the first game, I think everybody but me, myself included, you start to think what that's going to look like, walking onto the field, seeing the atmosphere, all the French flags, and then seeing the tiny American section. Hopefully it's not tiny, but yeah, just what that'll look like, and seeing our families in the stands, and yeah, playing alongside each other in a huge game, of course.
I've dominated this time, so I'm sure other people are eager to chip in. Thank you so much, John.
Yeah, thank you so much. Where is everyone?
Joe, floor is yours.
Thanks, guys. John, thanks for the time. A belated congratulations, obviously.
Thank
As
you.
as much as this is an amazing opportunity for you to represent the United States on the Olympic stage, is there a part of you that's also looking at this opportunity as perhaps a stepping stone when maybe looking toward the future, say at 2026? Thanks.
Yeah, 100%. That was one of the conversations we actually had within the group. Sasha Question, last camp before this, he came and talked to us because obviously he played in the Olympics, and he was telling us, yeah, a lot of guys on his team use it as an opportunity to, go with the senior team in the future, and also to make moves to new clubs. So yeah, he kind of established the importance of it and how big of an opportunity it is, and I think everybody took that to heart, and I think everybody knows that here.
Do you see Walker Zimmerman as maybe one of those resources of somebody you can kind of take some things from?
Yeah, he's a legend. So far, a lot of the lessons have been out on the golf course here. No, but he's obviously a really experienced player, and he just went to the World Cup, and he's been such a good defender and a huge part of Nashville and other teams in the league, and he's just got so much experience under him. And I've learned a lot of things on the field, and so has everybody else. Also things off the field. So I think he's kind of the